Mm. Let's go. Man, that was a great episode. A great episode. All right. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Shin, aka Larry, aka Old Head, watching these shows. We about to get into this House of the Dragon spoiler review. So you have been warned. We got on the overlay saying spoiler review. So we don't know. If you haven't seen it yet, please bookmark this video, go watch the show, then come back. And then see if you agree or disagree after you see the show. All right. But as always, if you like our content, follow us, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding, ding, get all our latest videos. All right, so let's get into it, man. Pull out my notes. Where's my phone? There we go. Here's my phone. All right. We had another time jump. And I like to say, as a guy that's a noob to the Game of Thrones franchise, I'm really digging this prequel. So hopefully when I eventually get to the original, Game of Thrones shows, hopefully it'll enhance the story. So I have not watched any Game of Thrones before this. So I'm a relative noob to the Game of Thrones franchise. But I'm enjoying it. All right. Episode 8, Season 1. All right. So we have another time jump. This show likes the time jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, we first start off with kid Rhaenyra. But now we got grown-ass woman Rhaenyra. You know what I'm saying? Soon to be the queen. Or will she? The plot thickens. This show is so well written, man. I really like it. It's a lot of dialogue. If you like world building and storytelling the right way, you will like this. There's not much action. It's all dialogue, but it's great world building. I love it. Especially me growing to know the different families and all this. I'm intrigued by it. So it's a time jump, and they're going to see Rhaenys. Well, basically somebody who was on the battlefield with Lord Corlys. It's been 6 years later. Okay, Lord Corlys, the black dude with the white dreads, with the gray dreads. He has basically been at war, protecting the shores for 6 years, and seemed like he's got a mortally fatal wound. All right, and basically, Lord Corlys' brother, his name is escaping me right now. Hold on, let me see, because I put it at the end. Aemon. No. That's one of what's the name? Kids. That's not. Vaemon. With a V. Vaemon. He's his brother, and basically, he wants to claim. He's telling Lord Corlys' wife, his sister-in-law, that hey, Rhaenys, that the throne belongs to me. If my brother dies, the throne need to be passed me for Driftmark. We cannot have one of Rhaenyra's bastard children sitting on our throne. You know what I'm saying? I have my family blood coursing through my veins. Them children do not. A blind man can see it. The only one that don't even want to admit it is the king. All right. The queen says, Corlys was animate about letting one of the kids of Rhaenyra's be, the king of Driftmark when he passed, because that's Lenore, his son's firstborn. Now we all know it's not his firstborn, but those are the appearances. And Corlys cared about appearances and what they would say, and his name living on in the history books. So, but his brother is like, look, damn all that. That boy ain't got none of our blood in him. There's some bastard children. And we're not gonna have some random dude, child being over our house. So what, I'm just supposed to let my bloodline die? No, dog. No, it ain't popping off like that. So, and Rhaenyra she knows that he's right, because she went to Corlys in the last episode, was like, yo, you need to leave all this to your daughter. Don't let her, don't. So she was coming at a different angle and trying to get her daughter's children, her granddaughters, to become the rightful heir of Driftmark, to keep it in the family. But again, Corlys said no. The king said this. We got an agreement with the king. We ain't gonna break it. We honor our bets, basically. So she's gonna respect her husband's last wish, or so we thought. So we leave there, and Daemon is climbing into a dragon lair, all right, to get some dragon eggs. Now he comes out. He gives them to the dragon handler, since they're here. Cyrax just had a clutch of 3 eggs. Here, take care of them. Put them in the warmer. Cool. They'll be good for our children. So, one of the handlers, the dragon handler's like, hey, I got a message for you, for Rhaenys from Driftmark. So he look at it. He don't really read it. Like, he read it, but he don't read it out loud. So he go Rhaenyra, who's sitting there with Jace. He's trying to learn old High Valyrian language, so he can speak in the native tongue, of his ancestors, because he feel like one day when he becomes king, he needs to know all of this. Rhaenyra have a little quip like, "Oh, so you planning on killing me? What? You don't have to worry about that for a while. Why you stressing?" So, Rhaenyra always worried about her position, but her daddy put that in her for a long time. He's just like, look, your duty to this throne and the duty to your country comes before your wants and needs, and obviously she's going to teach that to her children. So he's exuding that. When Daemon walks in the room, Rhaenyra have everybody clear out so they can talk alone in private. Daemon shows her the little note, and basically like, yeah, Vaemond is challenging your child's right to be the heir to the throne of Driftmark. Of course, Rhaenyra flipped the fuck out. She like, yo, how dare this dude try to challenge, because that's gonna put doubt on my children's birthright. If the king, if he's allowed and this petition goes through, he's granted that being, to be the next heir of Driftmark, it'll put the legitimacy of my children, at stake, which will also challenge her reign, So Daemon's like, yeah, but you got to look at it like this. Hold up. Okay. So he's like, who in charge of the throne now? It ain't your father. It's the queen and Otto Hightower. So we need to go talk to your daddy. She's like, yeah, you right. We got to go talk to your brother, my dad. So they leave, go to King's Landing. where they weren't greeted by the king and queen, which is real odd. You know what I'm saying? Like normally when royalty comes into the kingdom, the king greets them. You know what I'm saying? Unless his presence matters, and then they'll send them to the Iron Throne and they'll meet them there. But that's his daughter. Like, come on, man. The queen wasn't there or the king wasn't there. But we'll see how the king wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So, they show the council, the king council. The king is nowhere to be found. Queen Allison is sitting at the head of the table listening to all the lords and the council grievances and what's going on in the kingdom. And her daddy right there as the new hand. He's back in the saddle again. Otto Hightower, the snake himself, back in there. So we know something going on with Viserys. No, I mean, when we last saw him, he was coughing up blood. I thought he was dead right then. So he still must be alive, but he in no capacity to run the kingdom anymore. So now it's up to Allison and Otto to doing as they see fit, you know, for the past 6 years. So Daemon and them get there, and it's just like, yeah, you know, he's like, well, no, before that. All right. So basically the message come back and he's like, tell him like, hey, Lord Corlys' brother, Vaemon, is asking for a petition to be the heir of Driftmark if his brother passes. All right. Otto is like, look, do we really want a child commanding our navy when the enemy is knocking at our door? But he knows, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to put that bug in his daughter's ear, but he knows what he's doing. He knows if that petition goes through, that the seeds of doubt will run throughout the kingdom. So when they do build up enough courage to try to overthrow Rhaenyra when the king dies, then and make Aegon the rightful heir to the throne and the king of the throne, then his family has ultimate power. So of course he's gonna want that power, and that's what he's been about from the door. He's been like that from the door. So he put that little bug in Queen Allison. She's like, all right, we'll hear him out. But the king already said that it's supposed to go to one of Rhaenyra's kids. All right. So after that, you know, meeting adjourned, she goes, and then she goes to greet Rhaenyra and Daemon in their quarters. All right. Oh, that's it. Oh no, before she goes greet them, she meets with a handmaid, right? And the handmaid all crying and she's scared and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. This, that, and the third. And then she basically tells her that, you know, she was in the wrong place, and then Daemon basically raped her, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Daemon, excuse me, dude, not Daemon. She says that Edmund, her child, her firstborn, the one who's supposed to become king, the fuck up, that dude raped her. Okay, so she's like, you know, I know you didn't mean this, and you can't say a word. Basically threatening her, like, you say a word, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be consequences. Handmaid swears she won't say a word. Okay, so the queen's like, all right, I know you won't. She give her a bag of coins, so she paid her off for her silence, and she came in and had another handmaid come in and give her the tea, you know, the Plan B tea, the abortion tea, the same tea that King Viserys had Rhaenyra take after he thought that Daemon had sex with her, but really when it was Sir Christos. So yeah, she had to take that tea and take that money and get the hell on. All right. So after she straightened that out, she goes, I think that's when she went. And yeah. She goes and talks and greets Rhaenyra and Damon. It's like, oh yeah, thank you guys for coming. It's been a long time. We miss you. Blah blah blah. Damon like, you miss us so much you can greet us at the door properly. Bitch, please, come on, man. Stop playing with me. But you know, Damon that G though. I like Damon. You know what I'm saying? He has mellowed out a lot since we first met him. You know what I'm saying? When Rhaenyra was a preteen. But yeah. But Damon also noticed that it seemed like they were keeping, because they went and saw they went to see the king and saw he was in the bed, barely could speak. You know what I'm saying? Just looking all decrepit and old, like the gate, like the crypt keeper. And they were like, yeah, we see you and your daddy Hightower is keeping the king alive long enough so y'all can keep the power and y'all running things now, huh? He said, yeah, it don't seem like y'all really keeping him alive out of grace. It seems like it's out of necessity, so you can, you know, basically groom Aegon to challenge Rhaenyra for her proper right to be the heir. She's like, no, none of the sort. You know what I'm saying? So I love your father. I love your brother. But and I don't want to see him in pain. We got the best doctors working on him, man. Stop. Don't play with me like that. But then she started thinking about it like, damn, yeah, we have been keeping his ass alive. He looked like he half dead. Yeah. So they flashed to Jace and his little brother. I can't remember what his little brother's name. Start with an L. And I think that's the one who was promised Driftmark once he becomes the age. So they go to the training area, you know, where they were trained to be knights when they were kids, and they had that fight. You know what I'm saying? When Sir Christos had him and Aegon, when had Jason and Aegon fight each other, right? So they get there, and who do they see? They see Sir Christos having a duel with Aegon, the one who stole the dragon, who got his eye sliced. You know what I'm saying? So they see him, and now he's older, but he bowed it now. He really looked like a younger Daemon. Like his whole persona and his bravado. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a wimpy kid anymore. He was about that life, and he actually bested Christos in a duel. You know what I'm saying? And then he looked at him, and I forgot this. He called them nephews like he looked. So you know he saw them out of his periphery while he was fighting these dudes, right? So, yo, that kid gonna be a problem, man. He's gonna be an absolute problem. But he seemed real vicious now. Got his dragon. Once he got his dragon, he got his confidence. You know what I'm saying? He found his manhood. So he's a totally different person than what he was when he was a sniveling little kid when they gave him a pig as a dragon. Because he didn't have a dragon at birth. No dragon took to him. So he said that, then turned around with his one eye, was like, what's up, nephews? What's popping? And then as soon as that, because you gotta remember, since the queen, you know what I'm saying, basically he is their uncle, even though they're siblings or whatever. But anyway, this incest shit get crazy. But anyway, then as they, you know, about to talk, here comes an entrance with Vaemon. Excuse me, Vaemon. And he walks into the palace. They're about to have this session, you know what I'm saying, proceeding for the petition for him to become the new king and heir of Driftmark. All right. So That's it. Oh yeah. Rhaenyra speaks with Rhaenys at the old tree. And then, she made an offer like, yo, man, I know shit fucked up, man. Check this out. This is what we'll do. Let's have my sons marry your daughters. So they become the queen of Driftmark. We keep it in your name. Your daughters become powerful. And my son's birthright don't get questioned. How about that? And she like, that's a good offer. But you know who run the show now? It ain't your daddy. It's Allison and Hightower. So Vaemon about to make a petition in front of the court, and they're gonna rule in his favor. So regardless of what you telling me, it sound good. That shit sound good, but I mean, you got to convince the queen to do otherwise, or get your daddy down here, to make the decision for him. So, Rhaenyra, she told her, look, I didn't kill your son, and I didn't order his murder, and I wasn't happy that he died. I know it seemed real convenient that me and Daemon got married immediately after he died, but I ain't had nothing to do with his murder. Now, granted, she can't tell him that he's still alive, because that'll mess up the plan. But for all intents and purposes, everyone in the kingdom thinks that Leonor is dead, even though he ran away with his lover and a bag of cash, never to be seen again. Or maybe they will. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah. When Rhaenyra talked to the king, she really see how sick he is, man. Like dude is done, man. And she basically put it out there like, Daddy, if you love me, man, you got to protect me. Like, these dudes coming at my neck, and because they see you barely functioning. So they just doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do. All right. Really didn't get an answer. He was in and out of consciousness, calling her Allison, then sent, it's Rhaenyra with Daemon. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the king in bad shape. He on his last leg, So they flash to the petition. Vaemon comes out speaking. Rhaenyra tried to interrupt him. The queen like, hold up, chill out, let the man talk. You'll have your time to speak. She's trying to put Rhaenyra in check, all right, in front of everybody. Oh yeah, this motherfucker Hightower is sitting on the Iron Throne, like chilling, like he the king, right? So he feeling himself. This has been going on for 6 years. They've been manipulating the power of the king for their own purpose, especially Hightower. And then Vaemon, make his speech. And just like, I'm the only one here with true Valyrian blood in me. Driftmark should be given to me upon my brother's tragic passing. Rhaenyra's about to have her turn to speak. She's like, this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father ought to have settled this. These kids are the rightful heirs of Leonor, my late husband. How dare you do that? You're just trying to take advantage because his son is dead and your brother's about to die. All right. And then that's why she about to get into it. Then the doors open, the official announcement, the king, old decrepit ass, come up in there, struggling, but he make it in there, got his crown, everything. Want to get up to the throne, and Hightower with a little sleazy ass just slinked off the Iron Throne real quick. Cause you get your balls cut off for that, man. You don't sit on the Iron Throne if you don't earn it. You know what I'm saying? So I found that real disturbing, to be honest. They put a lot of, onus on this Iron Throne. And see this sleazy I mean, like slime ball sitting on the throne, I mean, made my skin crawl. So he got up quick when the king came up in there. He scrolled down. When they're, worried about him, some knights try to help him, like, no, move, man. I got this, man. Stop. Let me have this moment. Then he was about to fall. And you know how the Iron Throne is. They got all them damn, swords sticking up so he could fall over, kill himself. So Damon catch him before he fall on some swords. He thinks it's another knight. It's Damon. So he allow his brother to help him. He really appreciates his brother being there and helping him get on the throne. You know what I'm saying? He's still mad about him wedding his daughter, but he know they adults. I think he's over that now. All right. So he get on the throne. He's like, what the fuck going on, man? Like, why are we talking about this shit? Like, didn't I settle this before? Why are we talking about something I already talked about? Rhaenyra Kids is going to be, the youngest one with the L is supposed to rule Driftmark. That's his joint. What are you here for? And he's like, Black, Vaemon like, partner, stop playing, man. Everybody know these kids is bastard kids. And your daughter's a whore. You know what I'm saying? He straight called Rhaenyra a whore. So the king old ass pull out a shank and like, man, I have your tongue, dog. How dare you? I told y'all talk bad about my daughter again. I'm going to have your tongue. No, you ain't got to worry about that. Shink. That's all you hear. Shink. Boy, Vaemon got his head cut from here through the mouth right there. So his head was gone, but his tongue was still there. Damon done cut that man's head clear off. They're like, guards, take his sword, take his sword. He was like, whatever. He wiped the blood off. He was like, you can keep his tongue. Cut that fool head straight off. Talking about his wife and his wife / niece. Oh. Make my skin crawl about that incest shit, man. That's the only thing I don't like about this show. But anyway, it's just a thing. The incest shit just a thing in this Game of Thrones thing. But anyway, clean cut that dude head off. Like it was nothing. All right. So the king is like, well, we all debating, we asking this person, that person, but let's ask Rhaenys. You know what I'm saying? She is his wife. What did Corlys want before he, left on his dying bed? She was like, look, he was always adamant about, Rhaenyra Kid becoming the heir of Driftmark. But Rhaenyra just came to me and said, hey, she had a proposal that I agree with, that we can wed my granddaughters to her sons and they can rule together. And we keep the Valerian blood and the Targaryen blood pure, and we keep the houses together in the proper place. Who's always ruled them? I think this is fair and equitable for both parties. The king agreed. He was like, all right, then that's settled. That sounds good to me. I guess we settled it again. Look here, man. I'm old as hell. I don't want to be dealing with this bullshit. We about to go ahead. We about to fix this dinner table. We about to all sit down and eat dinner like a family. All right. Tired of this bullshit. So they carried the king off. He started getting sick. They carried him off. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Where we at? All right. So So everybody's at the family table, you know what I'm saying? Everybody eating, chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? Sitting, talking. And then Viserys get there and he takes off, because he got a mask, like half his face, he got like a gold mask on, right? So he take that mask off, throw it on the table, right? Ding, 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 ding. And you can see right to this dude brain. Like, he has no right eye. Yeah, this eye right here. He has no right eye, and his face right here is decaying too. So he had the mask over this side of his face, his right side of the face. Right? Yep. The right side of his face. And when he took it off, you could see inside his damn skull and inside his mouth because his cheek was rotten. You know what I'm saying? He had a hole there. So the king on his last leg, he like, look, man, we gotta stop this bullshit arguing, man. We family. Let your bullshit go, man. Bond up, heal up, talk it out, and let's move forward as a family, all right? If not for yourself and not for the kingdom, but do it for a dying old man, all right? So then Rhaenyra, she stand up and give a toast and say, you know, we may have had our differences, but I appreciate you, Alicent, for standing there and being loyal to my daddy through all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? He been dying and you been his day one. You know what I'm saying? And outside, basically just saying, hey, she's been as good as his mother to the king and giving her that respect. Then the queen stands up and I'm like, okay, you know what? Regardless of our differences, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you saying that. And you'll make a fine queen one day. Oh, when she said that, her daddy looked at her like, what you say? Did you forget the plan? Did you forget the assignment? So, oh, she getting soft again. Then, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know, busting up, chopping, laughing. Viserys getting real sick, nauseated, about to pass out. Everybody see it. The knights come up, scoop him up, and take him off. All right. After the king leaves, Aemon, the one with the patch with one eye, stands up and said, "I like to toast my nephews. You know, I haven't seen them in a long time. They'll become very strong men." Now, if you saw the last episode, they daddy last name was Sir Strong. So he was a strong. So basically he just, you know, teasing them, calling them bastards out in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So Jace like, hey, bruh, say it one more time, bruh. With the smirky, just like, and Damon get up and look at him like, come on, man, chill out with that shit. But I think Damon also see a lot of him in what's it? Also, Aegon tried to hit on one of the granddaughters of Corlys. It was like, look here, man, this dude don't know he a virgin, but if you want a real man, come on over. I'll give you some pleasure. Then Aegon stand up. I mean, Jace stand up, about to put hands on him. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna chill out. Oh yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, of course, at the end, the king is about to die, and it's funny, right? Because after that little session and the king brought everybody together, it was good vibes. The queen, it seemed like Rhaenyra and the king and the queen had patched it up. They friends now. She was about to leave, and she like, yo, check it. Let me leave with Damon. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the kids back to the crib, and I'm gonna fly back on Dragonback. You know what I'm saying? So I can get back quick. All right, bet it up. Bet it up. We're gonna come out. We're gonna drink some mimosas, whatever, chill like old times. Let's get back to being friends again. Cool. Rhaenyra and Damon and her family leaves. The king, you know, Alicent goes in, see the king. King on his last dying wish. It's like, yo. Now it's kind of vague what he was trying to say, man. Like, to me, from Alicent's ears, it'll sound like the king said, you know what? I see the turmoil. Make Aegon the king, because he's the only one that'll bring the nation together. But in his crazy state, you know what I'm saying, and him not having control of his faculties. He could have been talking about Rhaenyra, saying, hey, Rhaenyra and her kids will be the one, because he really never told her about the dream. So he started talking about this dream, and she's interpreting it as Rhaenyra, that Aegon should be the rightful, heir to his throne. But really, I think he was just telling her about the dream and then just going in and out of consciousness, really talking about Rhaenyra and her children being the rightful heirs. But man, that's just it's gonna cause some more problems. So now she gonna go ahead and make the declarance that her fuck up as a son, Aegon, who don't even want the throne, he don't even want the responsibility, you know what I'm saying, is going to be thrusted into being the king. And then we gonna have a problem. Now the real shit is about to hit the fan, because now the king is dead, he died, and Rhaenyra is supposed to be sworn in as the new queen of the nation. But Hightower knows that they will revolt. The nation will revolt if a woman becomes a power. So we gonna see. Oh man, I'm telling you, man. And now they say there's not gonna be no more time jumps. So good. I hope not. Now it's all about what war is about to happen. Rhaenyra taking her rightful place, or you know what I'm saying, or Rhaenyra dying. I don't know, because I didn't watch this. I don't know if Rhaenyra was alive and what's the name. I know this happened. She couldn't have been, because it's like 100 and almost 200 years prior to the first Game of Thrones. So these are ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm into it, man. This is an excellent episode. And I can't wait for episode 9. I think it's only 2 more episodes left. So of course they're not gonna get through it, and of course they're gonna have many more seasons. But man, what I'm saying right now, as a noob to Game of Thrones, I'm digging it. And I think I'm gonna go. Well, first I'm gonna see how many seasons it's gonna be. If it's gonna be next season, I kind of want to watch this in its entirety, or at the very least, I don't want to go ahead too far into the future and then spoil and get a negative energy about this, Cause right now I'm really digging it, so I want to see where it goes. I may look at the first season of Game of Thrones at the most, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this prequel. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding ding, to get all our latest videos. This show is fire, just like the flames that's coming up out of on the overlay. We'll check y'all out soon. As always, peace up, A-Town down. Later. Man, that was good, man. I was tired, and I really didn't want to do the review right after it, because it was my birthday yesterday. So I just wanted to chill out. I watched it all. I did all my notes, and I just, got up today and did the review. So thank you guys. We'll holler at you later.